Hey, good afternoon. It's Joyce Glass, the Write Coach, and today I'm here with you to talk about a book is more than a book. Why do you need to write a book? We all have heard many different things. You know, a lot of people have a book inside them. There's things you can do with a book, but a lot of people aren't clear on what can you do with a book. How can a book help you? How can it help your business? So today we're going to talk about that. And the first thing is, what are some of your favorite books that you've read to help you grow your business? If you're a coach, an entrepreneur, a consultant of any sort, a speaker, have you read books about growing your business and leadership and those kind of things that really help you, give you some practical advice on help with your business? We all could use practical advice, and our stories can help other people. So with growing your business, you need to think long-term and short-term goals. You know, just like a home, you have to build a strong and solid foundation for it to keep it stable, to keep, the rain out and the cool and hot air inside, cool when it's hot outside and warm when it's cold outside. Keep winds and storms out. You have to have it secure. But it all starts with a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, that house is just going to fall over. Hurricane Irma is on her way and has been hitting some of the Caribbean islands. And you can see that if you don't have a good firm foundation. And sometimes even if you do with Irma, that could be a bad thing. But a regular storm, not necessarily a hurricane, you definitely want to have that. Hey, Roger. But if you're a writer, you're in business, and you need to treat your writing like a business. If you're a coach, a speaker, a consultant, you have a business. That's what you're trying to grow. If you're an entrepreneur of any form, like Roger is a photographer, you want to grow your business. You need to grow your business. And you have a great business. Well, I just wanted to make sure that you knew this post was for you, this Facebook Live I'm talking about. Hey, Roger. And I wanted to share with you, about 5 years ago when I was writing my first book, I went to a conference by Kent Julian. He's a writer and he's a speaker. He helps all kinds of organizations, hundreds of them, and entrepreneurs, focusing on personal development, leadership, performance, and productivity, as well as business development. And when I attended his conference, it helped me in many ways. But one of the things that really spoke to me as a speaker, he had learned how to leverage a book in his business. He had written multiple books by the time I had met him, and he's written some more since then. And what he said was, self-publishing and traditionally publishing have their pros and cons. But typically, depending upon what you're doing, self-publishing is a better route if you're a speaker, a coach, consultant, because you have more control. Because you can do different things with it than if you're with a traditional publisher, you're not able to do. But that's not the conversation for today. But that was a part of, I wanted you to know there's someone who's very successful at this. Michael Hyatt does the same thing. Christian Mickelson, I don't know if anybody knows him. He's about coaching. There's a lot of speakers and writers. Ken Davis is another one that I just thought of, that use books to leverage their business and to grow their business. Russell Brunson is another one. I'm going to grab his book in a minute and show you. But by thinking strategically about your book and about your business, how to grow it, you can use a book to help grow your business in multiple ways. When you're in business, you're told to think about Jeff Goins, yes, another good one. Thank you, Roger. And Brian Hutchinson's his name. That's another one. Jeff and Brian are friends. That's how I know Brian. But what I want you to think about is, you have all these activities that you need to do to grow your business. There's what they call income producing activities. And that can be networking online and offline, doing Facebook ads, speaking to small groups, civic groups, at events that other people are hosting, sponsoring a table at events, social media, follow up with clients and customers. Those are things you need to be doing daily and weekly to grow your business. And some of them have immediate rewards, and some of them takes time because you need to build relationships with people when you're networking Facebook ads, that can take time too to really get your business some momentum. But there are 10 ways a book can help you grow your business. So you want to make sure that you think about these. So have you ever thought about a book growing your business? The rewards of a book growing your business are not as immediate as some of these other things that I just listed. But if you think of the long range plan, it can help you. So what I want you to think about is a book can help create a system to keep a pipeline full of speaking engagements and new clients and customers coming your way. So what a book can help you do, it opens up doors for you to speak to hundreds instead of one-on-one. So you can speak to a group of 20, 50, 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000. You know, as your speaking grows, so will your audience grow. And so, you know, it gives you the chance, instead of talking to one person at a time, you get a chance to talk to many to help grow your business. So instead of, you know, making phone calls or Facebook messages, I do a lot of Facebook messages for people. You can grow your business by speaking. Creating professional talks with the content. I've written 2 devotionals, and the first one, I have created 2 or 3 talks, 2 I know of, I think 3, from the content out of that book. I have created blog posts out of the book. So, you know, your book, like I said, is not just a book, it's more than a book. It also gives people a chance to connect with you. So say you go speak somewhere, you can sell it at the back of the room. And they can take a little piece of you with them so that they can then get to know you even better. I love when I'm reading a book and, you know, the writer shares some of their own personal history and story, and it helps you really connect with them and you really get to know them better and you feel like you know them. Like, there's a lot of people I feel like I know because either, you know, from following their blogs, reading their books, I know them better. And of course, they may not have a clue who I am, but they know me better and they connect with me. And the point is, when someone's connected with you and they feel like they have a relationship with you of some sort, they're more likely to buy from you versus just, you know, if you showed up and said, hey, hire me to speak. Hey, let me be a guest on your blog post. So the first thing is, you know, it opens up doors to speak. You can create professional talks is the second thing. The third thing, it gives people a chance to connect with you. The fourth is it establishes you as an expert in your field. You want to be an expert or known as an expert in your field. And an expert doesn't mean that you know everything. It just means you know more than people behind you. It doesn't mean that you have to know absolutely everything. Of course, as you continue to grow in your business, you'll learn more and more. And so there's going to be more people behind you because you continue to learn more and more. And there's people behind you that haven't learned as much as you. So you'll be able to continue to give value to people. So it also gives you a reason to be a guest on a blog, on a podcast, on TV shows, helps you reach more people. If you reach their audience, then some of those people will start to follow you too if they really like what you talked about. And I've done that before. Somebody interviews somebody on a podcast or a webinar or something, and I start following them too because I liked what they shared, what they taught. So it also helps you gain new clients by selling books at events. So you say you go somewhere to speak and they pick up your book. And you have in there how to contact you, and they decide that they want your help with their business, whatever however you may help them, whatever it is that you do. So like for me, I'm a writing coach. So if I went somewhere and they bought my book that we're working on, the Write Academy is working on a book called The 6 Daily Habits of a Successful Writer. And I share that book and they see how I can help people and they contact me, then I gained a client from that speaking event. And you can do that over and over again throughout the year. And your speaking events don't have to be something huge. I mean, it could be 20 or 30 people at a Rotary Club meeting, at, I forget what the other one is, but other civic clubs. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I'll get to it. Networking meetings, but any kind of event that you can go and speak to. If you're speaking about health and you're a woman, you could go to moms groups and speak to them how to take better care of themselves as moms. you get the point. There are things that you can go do and speak at. The other thing is you can, the next, let's see, 6 is create a new product or promote a current product. So your book can help you. It may develop a new product out of it. Somebody sees it and say, oh, I wish you could help me do X, Y, Z. And you decide, oh, well, I could help you do that. Let me create this for that niche of people who need that kind of help, whatever it may be. You know, like we have the Write Academy, and that's how we help people who maybe can't afford or are not ready to commit to one-on-one coaching, but they want to get their feet wet. And so that helps. Hey, Jennifer, but I like to write a book, but I always seem to get distracted. Squirrel. Hey, I know all about squirrels, Jennifer. I squirrel all the time. So I can help you with that. And so stick with me because there's something else I'm going to share with you that will help you with that. And I'm almost done here. So we got create a new product is number 7, or promote an existing product, which this is actually what, let me grab this. This is what Russell Brunson does. Russell Brunson has written this book called Expert Secrets, and you can see I'm reading it a lot because there are things, and I've got a highlighter in there. He is the creator of something called ClickFunnels, and he used this to help people get familiar with him and he shows you how to do the funnel in here. But his ClickFunnels program, if you actually purchase it, it will help you do all the steps he says in here. Now, you can do a lot of these steps without purchasing his ClickFunnels, and that's part of the reason why he wrote the book. But the other thing is he did ClickFunnels to help people because it's an easier way to create a funnel in your business. So that's one. So he has a product that he already created that he's promoting, his current product, and he wrote this book to help promote that product. And then you can create valuable free content. He did some when he was promoting this book. He did some live streams that were like an hour, 2 hours long, live streams, teaching a lot of the content that was in this book, to promote the book and to promote ClickFunnels. So you can get free content out of it, or you can create a little PDF out of it for people and that, again, you're setting up your funnel because you're giving something of value to someone to get to know you. Then they get on your email list, and eventually, hopefully, they will buy from you. The other thing is you can create great memes with the quotes in social medias. A meme is, just a graphic you see with a quote on it and some kind of image. That is a meme, in case you don't know, because some people don't always know what that word is. I didn't for a while, now I do, and so I make sure that I explain what it is. But it's just a graphic with a quote on it and some kind of, nice image. So you want, that's a great thing because you can get a ton of quotes out of your book that you can pull, and then you have a link for them to go sign up for your free content and so forth and so on, collect your funnel, or just to continue get your exposure. So a book is more than a book. You can create income from your business with the book, and I want you to take time to think about how you can leverage your book. What are some of the ways that you could start? Don't try to do all 10. Just start with 1 or 2 ways if you a book can help you. And if you need to write a book, then we're glad you're here because I'm a member of the Write Academy team. Colleen and Peter Wheatmartian are my business partners with that. And right now, we're doing a program called Kick Your Writing Off, Start Your Book Now. And it's a 4-week live workshop that you can do with us. We're going to meet Tuesday nights starting September 19th for 4 weeks, 4 Tuesday nights. And there's going to be a live teaching session for 30, 45 minutes, and then a Q&A time that you can ask about your project, or ask about the writing process, or ask about the content we're teaching. Whatever it is that you need help with, we can be there and help you do that. Right now, we have it on pre-sale price, and I'm doing what I call my birthday bonus because my birthday is Sunday. And so until Sunday, it's at $147 for all 4 weeks. What we're going to help you do is you're going to have a training session each week with a PDF and an action plan, like this week you need to work on this week, the next week you need to work on this. We're going to give you some action steps to take every week. Then if you can't make it, that's okay. We're going to record the sessions, and you'll have a chance to ask your questions ahead of time so that we can answer them on the Q&A, and you can watch our answer, and you'll have 3 people helping you, because it'll be me, Peter, and Colleen. Peter and Colleen, their business is Your Literary Pros, and obviously I'm the Write Coach, and I help people write their books from start to finish. And then I'm help you through the editing process, and Colleen edits, and Peter and Colleen together, they help with the marketing part of it, so in publishing and marketing, so getting your book published. So we work together. That's a separate service. But what we're doing for the 4-week program is you're going to have the training each week, and then you're going to, with the Q&A time, and then you're going to have the Write Coach to be your Write Coach. Thank you, Roger. Yes. Then we're going to have the Q&A time, and then we're going to have a private Facebook group where you can communicate with other writers. And then you also have, our big bonus is if you write your first chapter, and we'll give you like till 3 weeks or so after the class to get your first chapter written and ready and back to us. And when you get it back to us, then we will edit it for you and give you feedback, so you can kind of know you're on the right path and you're going the direction you need to go. And then we're also going to have a bonus expert, Julian, the one I mentioned earlier today. He is going to come in and share the business side of what he has done and how books have helped him with his business, and what you can do to help propel and leverage books in your business. And he's going to share some tips and tricks on how he did that to grow his business, because he's doing very well. He coaches as well as speaks multiple times throughout the year. So he's a great one. So the first week we're going to teach you answer your 6 questions to write your book. And then the next week you're going to discover your audience. And the third week is how to plan out your writing project so that you can make a projection of when you can get this finished. And then the last week is propel your business with a book. And so each week you're going to be able to ask us about any of these topics for the Q&A time. You're going to be able to ask us about your project. And the point of this course is to get you started, get you a solid foundation. You'll have a good framework, which is an outline, completed for your book if you work on it. And then you can have your first chapter written, or maybe 2 or 3, depending upon how fast you write. Because once I created this framework, I was able to take off with my writing and get it. I was able to finish my book. It took me about, I think, 4 months total to finish my book. Once I finally got geared up and I had a system in place and I knew the path I was going, and that included doing some research and other things too during that time, I was able to finish my book in 4 months. So it just depends on how much time you can dedicate to your project, is how much time it will take you. So does anybody have any questions, Jennifer or Roger? Please let me know. But I am so glad you're here. You click on the link for the post. You can read this. If you are watching the replay, please feel free to leave a comment or private message me if you have any questions about this content, about how a book can be more than a book, or about the Kick Your Writing Off, Start Your Book Now program. So excited about that. I think it's going to be life-changing for many people who want to write a book, but they're not sure how to start and get all their ducks in a row. So I would look forward to having you join us for that, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you are in the Florida Southeast area and Irma is on its way, please stay safe, stay dry as you can. And if you're in Florida, I hope you are making your way out, or you've got some good protection if you're there. It's just not looking like it's going to be good, so I'm worried about that. And I'm in the south end of Georgia, but I think we're far enough away. We're just going to probably get a lot of rain and wind. I hope that's it. And so just keeping everybody in my prayers, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I will see you next week for Tips from the Write Coach.